A couple weeks ago, I had one of the most enchanting and overstimulating experiences of my life at the Pacific Gallery's Antique Mall here in Seattle. It's 30,000 square feet of antique splendor, and a couple weeks ago, my boyfriend and I walked through the whole place. And of course, I filmed pretty much everything I encountered. So in this video, you're going to see this incredible place and all its treasures through my eyes, and I'm hoping that you'll feel like you were there with me. And buckle up because you're about to see a lot of antique decor. Your eyes are about to have a feast, so I hope they're hungry. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Steffi, and I'm the creator of the interior style blog, Moda Misfit, as well as the online course, Small Apartment Styling School, and you're watching Living Pretty, the place for apartment styling tips. Just because you rent your space doesn't mean you can't own your style, so if you want to get inspired with me every week, be sure to subscribe. So this video is going to be pretty chill on my end. There will be a smattering of antique shopping tips throughout, but for the most part, I want you to just sit back, relax, and enjoy the pretty things. So without further ado, I give you the Pacific Gallery's Antique Mall. So based on my experience in an overwhelming place like this, and yes, I was very overwhelmed in here, gleefully overwhelmed, but overwhelmed nonetheless, I think there are three things you need in order to have an enjoyable antique mall experience. You need patience. Just enjoy the ride and take it all in. No need to rush, no need to frantically try and find something to buy. You also need self-control. In a place like this, you're in a state of literal shiny object syndrome. It's very easy to want to buy every pretty thing you see. And you also need to take deep breaths, like very deep breaths. I actually started to feel wonderfully dizzy in this place, like some kind of thrift store high. So when you feel overwhelmed or overstimulated, just take a deep breath and forge ahead. Here's a tip for the beginner antique shopper. Start small. There are all kinds of small ways you can incorporate antiques in your space, and especially if you have a small apartment, this is a good place to begin. Start with coffee mugs or little ornate boxes or old books. These are easy ways to bring an antique vibe into your space without committing to something big. You can always work your way up from there. Here's another antique shopping tip for you. Don't forget your specific space. Just because an item is super cool or really pretty doesn't mean it'll suit your unique style in your specific apartment. Don't lose sight of yourself. Think about the holistic picture of your apartment, what you need from it, and how you want it to make you feel. Don't buy an antique just for the sake of buying an antique. Really ask yourself if it aligns with you and your interior styling vision. Ultimately, one way you can enjoy an antique mall or thrift store without getting overwhelmed is to simply treat it like an art gallery. On your first trip in, you don't have to buy anything. That's how my boyfriend and I treated this experience. We were spectators, not buyers. There's less pressure that way, and it's more about appreciating the experience than walking away with new stuff. If you do end up buying something, then that's just the cherry on top, a fun little bonus. And when you do purchase an antique and bring it home, you may wonder, okay, how do I integrate this into my small apartment? How do I make this work? How do I balance this new antique piece with my current non-antique stuff? Of course, there isn't a one and done answer here. It depends on your apartment, your style vision, your personality, your specific needs as a person. But all in all, there are a few things that ring true no matter what. First, you want to have a spirit of play. Simply play around with the placement of your antique. Try it in one spot, see how it feels. Try it in that sparse corner of yours over there or on that shelf that needs some love. Keep playing until it feels right. Don't get discouraged if it doesn't look amazing in the first spot you try. Also, once you've placed it somewhere, think about the overall picture you're creating. How does it interact with the pieces around it? How can you tweak the arrangement of those pieces to better integrate with the antique piece? Don't just think about the antique alone, think about the visual story you're telling around it. And finally, just have fun. There's a certain whimsy and otherworldliness to antiques. Embrace that. It's not about perfection, it's not about being strict with yourself, it's about allowing antiques to transport you to another time and place, and even to boldly go where no one has gone before. Well, I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of this incredible antique mall here in Seattle, and I'm hoping that you feel inspired to go out and support your local antique shops, thrift shops, antique malls, all of it. You can find some really amazing treasures in places like this. For daily glimpses into my studio apartment life, follow me on Instagram at moda.misfit. And for regular doses of small apartment styling tips and tricks, be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to be notified when a new episode goes up every week. And remember, your apartment is destined to be pretty, and you are pretty powerful.